my new clients out there. Thanks so much for joining me today. So I did this video yesterday, and afterwards I got a text from a client who said, that information I'm sure was terrific, but we couldn't hear you. And I'm thinking, why couldn't they hear me? Well, it's pretty chilly in New Orleans right now, and my space heater was under my desk. So my apologies. I'm going to do this again. Hopefully you were able to hear a little bit of that, but same information as yesterday. So if you could hear me, terrific. And if not, just go ahead and stay with me for the next few minutes. So this is really set up for new health insurance clients. So whether or not maybe you came off of your parents' policy, or you're coming from Medicaid, or you have group insurance, whoever you may be, this is a brand new year, 2025, and many of us have new health insurance. So these are some tips that I usually discuss with my clients, and I hope that you find them helpful. So the first thing is that you can do very little without your ID card. And I am literally still getting emails as of this morning on January 17th that people don't have their ID cards. So again, you're going to need that if you go get your prescription filled. You're going to need to use that if you bring your child to the doctor, what have you. So if you don't have that yet, the good news is that is really, really easy to fix. One way you can do that is certainly to reach out to the agent who sold you that policy. They can do that in most cases, and they can usually email you the ID card as a PDF or a JPEG or something of that nature. You can certainly reach out to the carrier as well. They'll probably need some sort of identifying information from you in order to send you your card via the mail. You can also go to the carrier's website, and most of them have a means that where you can maybe create an account and download your ID card. And then obviously you want to save that information. You want to save it to your phone. You want to print it out and put it in your wallet. You want to make sure that the other people in your family have access to that card if they're on the policy with you. So just really basic, but it never ceases to amaze me the amount of people that don't have their ID card, and we're already midway through January. Once you have your ID card, another really helpful tip is that if you use any kind of like dashboard or portal to access your health care, so like for instance, for me and my children, I have a dashboard that I use to like schedule an appointment or go look at test results or something of that nature. And usually those dashboards have a means of uploading your ID card into the dashboard. So that kind of helps you down the road, God forbid if you ended up, at urgent care or the emergency room or what have you. That way your provider has the most accurate health insurance ID information on you. So that kind of saves you, some headache, down the road, just in case something happens that's somewhat unforeseen. So, and then while you're there, my next tip is to go ahead and start to schedule your doctor's appointments. I will use myself as an example. I am talking to you right now with readers on. And I'm talking to you with readers on right now because I didn't go to the eye doctor at the end of the year like I told myself that I would to go get my prescriptions filled. A lot of us will say, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to schedule my appointments for the end of the year, and we don't. The holidays just get to be very busy. We're running around. We're doing all these things. So go ahead and start to schedule those appointments soon. So that you can make sure that you get that over with. I mean, a lot of us pay a lot of money for our health insurance, so you want to optimize your ability to use that policy, no matter how much you pay for your premium. So go ahead and schedule your children's immunizations if that's something that you do. Maybe you haven't seen a dermatologist recently. Maybe you're having a little ache and pain, and you want to go see a podiatrist or an orthopedic, something of that nature. But especially if you do have access to that portal, go ahead and try to start to make those appointments earlier, because they tend to happen with myself and most of my clients if you do them earlier in the year. So again, I mean, it kind of all goes back to having your ID card. So go ahead and schedule those appointments. And then my third tip is different health insurance policies cover overseas travel differently. And many, myself included, and many of my clients are starting to travel more and more, like we did pre-COVID. So, and a lot of that travel tends to be overseas. So you might want to take a few minutes to investigate how your policy covers you if you are overseas and something happens to you. So you either get sick or you fall and you get injured, God forbid, or something of that nature. Because some policies cover you very well and some policies don't give you any coverage at all. I sell a policy called Geo Blue that is travel health insurance that really is just sort of an extra sort of peace of mind that it will be there if you're traveling overseas and you're out of the United States' healthcare system. So just something to think about. Travel health insurance is extremely inexpensive. It's very easy to apply for. It usually takes a few minutes to do the application, and it's affordable mostly because you're only purchasing the policy for the days that you're going to be traveling. So it's not like a traditional health insurance policy where you're paying it month to month, or however it is that you pay your insurance premiums. So I encourage you to look at that just in case. You never know when something's going to happen. The great thing about those policies is that, like I said, it is some extra peace of mind. If any client has ever had to use those benefits, what they use it for is that it gives you access to an app, and that app allows you to communicate with an English-speaking doctor, which can be very helpful if you're overseas and you're traveling and you're not feeling well, or you have some sort of overriding health question that is of concern to you. So I hope you found this helpful. Thank you again for joining me. I hope you can hear me this time. And please tune in next month. Next month is the month of February and Valentine's Day. So we're going to be talking a lot about how life insurance is really just love insurance, and the different aspects of life insurance that I talk to my clients every day about, that maybe about, and maybe you'll learn a little something as well. So again, when I'm done with this, figure out a way to get your ID card if you don't have it yet. And if you don't know if you don't have it, you probably don't. So go figure out a way to go get that ID card. And like I said, save it on your phone, give it to your family members, save it, someplace in your documents file, and print it out, put it in your wallet, because you can do very little without that. So have a great weekend, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will speak to you guys in February. Take care.